Ase uma ukhalo light ukhalo. Bobo, ngamende nabange kwamba muzi.
Alright, tukulandireni pano pa bwalo la masewero la Kalambo pamene pali masewero amene ali ndi Kamuzu Barracks komanso Wolves Men mu league imene ya Central Region Volleyball League, ndipo masewero amenewa mwachidule tikhoza kunena kuti ndi rivalry kapena Lilongwe derby pamene matimu onsewa ali ndi mbiri yayikulu komanso pamenenso matimuwa ina ili pa number 1 ina ili pa number 2. Ndetsopanotu ine ndi Romeo Omali komano ndi nzanga amenenso tikhaiti kuthandizana pa nkhani zonenelera masewero amenewa kuti akuyenda motani. Mwina mwachidule mzanga amalawi akudziwe kuti kodi ndinu ndani komanso chikuchitika ndi chani, masewero amenewa ndofunikira motani.
Dzina langa ndine Coach Simba. Game ya Kamuzu Barracks ndi Wolves, it has always been one of the biggest games in Central Region Volleyball League. It's a very big crowd puller. Ningonena kuti from the time that Wolves inapanga rebrand from Eagles, inabweresa ma players, ma specialist players from Zimbabwe, and then one of their first games was against Kamuzu Barracks, and Wolves won that game 3-2. Kamuzu Barracks was not expecting that, and the rivalry started there. So these two teams have been trying to match each other toe-to-toe over the years, and ningonena kuti out of the games that they've played so far, zikuoneka ngati Wolves yawina ambiri kuposa Kamuzu Barracks. Komano ndi game yokuti sitinganeneretu kuti amene atawine ndi ndani, right? Ndi game yokuti amangambana ndithu mene mukuonera zimene zikuchitika kumbuyezi.
Ndithu auli ni masewero opatsa chidwi, masewero amene ali ngati ma crowd pullers mu Lilongwe muno komanso Malawi yonse. Ndetsopano tichaposakedwa pa Wolves imene inali kunja imene inakachiranso bwino kwambiri. Mwina ndifunse Coach Simba kuti imene Wolves inapita kunja pano payabwera pano yatenga ku masikiro osiyana-siyana zimene zipanga impact bwanji pa game yake yalero.
Actually experience imene inatenga kunja, experience ija ndiyofunikira bosi kunja kuti amakhala kuti akukomana ndi anthu ena amene ali akaswiri kuposa ifeyo, right? So it gives them exposure and it enables them to see how this game is played at a better scale than everybody else. Nde apapa akalangata akusewera ndi anthu kuti sanaoneko zimene zikuchitika kunja apeza ma skill ena ndi ena kuchokera kunja uko, so they are at an advantage. Koma amene ndanenera muja sitinganeneretu ndi game yokuti at the end of the day pamatuluka magazi ndithu.
In a nutshell, the two teams are at par at the moment. Now, as we can see that the scores are actually a little bit level, 11-11 panopa ndi first quarter imene ndithu masewero alero amene akali ndithu akutambitsana. Komano masewero amene asanayambike panalinso Wolves Ladies komanso Kamuzu Barracks Ladies. Koma Wolves Ladies yo inawina 3-0 kugonjetsa Kamuzu Barracks Ladies. Coach Simba, munali pomwepo ndithu game yonse munayionera bwinobwino. Tangotifotokozani mwachidule chabe kuti masewero amene munaona bwanji.
It was a tough game. Tita kupusisidwa ndi scoreline ya 3-0. Koma it was a very tough game. The game yokuti if Kamuzu Barracks had won, akanaka ndi mpato kuti mwina atawakhala number 1 in Central Region Volleyball League. Komano many Wolves yawinira mo. With the games that are remaining, we can say it's done and dusted. Right, but it was a very, very good game. Kamuzu Barracks had some new players and they combined very well with the old players, and they have some upcoming very good talent. They're combining very well. Wolves irindi akaswiri so ena agu Zimbabwe awiri koma they didn't play this game for one reason or the other. We played with the local contingent, but the way they played, it managed to show why they have been winning Central Region Volleyball League for the past 4 years running.
Ndeso pano pama log table ya women volleyball sindikudziwa kuti zili motani. I just know about the men's sides. Tell me more about this one.
The women's right now on top of the log we have Wolves. Number 2 is Vixens. Vixens are the home ground owners of Kalambo, where we are today. And then on number 3 we have Kamuzu Barracks. Kamuzu Barracks would have gotten a chance if they had won today to come very close or to close the gap between them and Wolves. But unfortunately they flagged that chance and they still remain on number 3. Yes.
Chokoza kwambi aindi turumo ndimene akufotokozera coach Simba pamasewero amene akuchitika lero Akamuzu Barracks komanso timu imeneyi ya Wolves men sides onse kukumbana onse kuthambitsana kuona kuti chamuna chichokere pati ndetsopano ife tikhala ndithu tukupatsirani tsatanetsatane wa masewero amenewa kuti zinthu zonsezi zikuyenda bwanji. Coach Simba, please tell me the game.
There has been a massive shift in momentum. At some point in time, Kamuzu Barracks were leading 6-2. Now, Wolves has come back, it's leading 15-14. The experience of the likes of Ken Kasasi can never be taken away. But you can also see players from Kamuzu Barracks, 99, Steve 99 there with that massive hit. Coming of age, he's been maturing like fine wine, that young man, and he's playing very well. Combining that with the experience of Bololo and Bernard Kosolo, Kamuzu Barracks is a very, very good team. But there you have it, Kurakwa Sekandanda. Massive hit from the Wolves opposite.
Indeed, that was a very, very massive hit that we just saw right there. And then Wolves is now playing good, and Kamuzu Barracks is playing catch up. I don't know what exactly happened. Like 7-3 goals. What exactly happened that there should be a change in the momentum of the game?
That is what's happening. That is what happens with volleyball, my friend. You know, if you just make 1-2 simple mistakes, you are gone. Right, so like I told you, at that point it was 6-2. Right now it's now 16 up. However, Kamuzu Barracks is playing side out right now. So we are hoping that they will be hoping that they can be able to block and maintain their points for them to gain a point on Wolves right now. Let's see how it goes. Good reception. Wolves is coming. Quick attack. Griffin gives away a free ball. A chance for Kamuzu Barracks. Ngemba hits it. Ngemba gets the point.
And now
is a line ball.
And now they are leading.
Yes. Kamuzu Barracks leads 17-16. You see, just 1 point, just one mistake. One free ball given away by Griffin Loasi. It came back as a point to what? To Kamuzu Barracks.
Yeah, in a nutshell, we can see that it's no time for making mistakes over here because a single mistake is costing them a point.
Timeout called.
All right, so.
I'm not sure which team called the timeout here, but it looks like Wolves has called a timeout.
Sikuoneka ngati kuti apa tsopano afuna kuti apumire pamene chigawo choyambirira kota yoyambirira imene ndithu kuoneka kuti timu ya Kamuzu Barracks ndimene yakhala ngati kuti yayamba bwino ngakhale pakatikati pa imaoneka ngati kuti si masewera bwino komano ndimene zakhalira padakali pano pa kota yoyamba 17-16. Coach Simba masewero ndamene watu kota yoyamba imene taonera ndimene zayambira angoyamba kwambiri ndi kungophaphalitsa ato anyamata amene.
KB versus Wolves game makara ya magazi. Nthawi zambiri makara yongambirana. Right, ndimene tikuonera. Right, we can actually expect a more fierce contest than this. I can say right now they are still just warming up, and I can tell you without a doubt that the two referees, Boyd Msongole and Fanny Kanyenda, they have their work cut out for them today.
Tsopano amafuna amwereka imati ndi tsopano apa afuna kuti ayambirenso ndi tikhayi tikuona kuti tsopano pamene mwina amakauzana zinthu ziwiri zitatu pa technical panel yawo tikhayi tikuona kuti kodi chingachitika ndi chani.
Good reception. Nigel goes, Griffin goes, blocked, and there's a chance to open a 2-point lead. Eric Huge block. From
Exactly.
Carlos Mpeni.
That was really, really a huge block. And now they're back in contention. Now they're level.
17 up. Good point for Wolves there. Nigel Onira on the serve. The captain.
That's the captain over there. Now he wants to start the ball. Koma
Oh my word.
kungokanika Kamuzu Barracks kuti mwina kuti aupange control bwino. I don't know who that is. I think
Bernard Consolo. That's a simple mistake from a reception mistake from Bernard Consolo. And instantly they changed, they put in a libero for him. You see? Right?
Yeah. Komabe nande
Oh, another block. Free ball given. Let's see what Wolves will do with it. Kuda goes. Right, a small tip. Let's see if they can attack it. Good block from Wolves. Let's go. Martin goes again. And Eric gets the point.
they get a point, and now they're also back on level terms. So I was trying to say, Gudi, pamena napanga mistake Kamuzu Barracks. The coach seemed like Gudi sana dandaule. In fact, anakampanga motivate kumpanga so handshake.
Okay, so that's what happens now with the mistakes. Because one mistake, we can easily get it back. So instead of demotivating the player, right, you motivate him so that when he comes back better. You see now Bernard Consolo has come back, he's now in front. The libero is now out. And Eric Mdima there fluffed the serve and gave away a free point to Wolves. 19-18, Wolves is leading. Griffin Lwazi on the serve.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake Kumenya Sassonetti because they already had the lead. Komano Zajirikanso just like that. So now it's more like Abanga donate another point.
Griffin Lwazi. But Griffin Lwazi is a very hard-serving attacker. So he always tries to get the point from the serve. That's what he was trying to do there. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. 19 apiece.
All right, so now we have tuone kuti zikamotani.
Ngemba on the serve. Nigel goes. Kuda.
And then again, it's going to Aperikaso another point, and it's now Wolves winning with 20.
2019, yes. That was a net touch on the block. Bernard Consolo touched the net as he was coming down, and he didn't step properly there. We just hope he's okay. But we continue. Khalidwe with the serve. Good reception. Good set. And Eric flies it out.
Wow, that was really a banger. But nonetheless, the point has still gone to Wolves.
Yes, he flies it out. That was...
It went out.
the ball went out, yeah, without being touched. So it's 21-19. Wolves on the lead. This is a very good time for Wolves to be taking a lead.
Yeah.
And if they manage to keep...
I think we already also saw a similar lead from Kamuzu Barracks, but they just lost it like that. Do you think that this is also going to happen again?
At this stage now, it is important that when you make a 2-point lead, you keep it. That's why you saw that the coach removed Khalidwe and he put Donny Menechanya on the serve there. Because Donny serves good and he also defends well. Right? Good ball by Nigel. Kuda goes!
It looks like Aungo Pidirizabe with their lead.
Hands have been raised up. Right? Hands have been raised up. Kamuzu Barracks thought that Kuda is at the back, so they were calling for a fault. Kuda is in front, actually, so there is no fault there.
Even the umpire doesn't seem kuti ali bothered ndikuona kuti panali futo lina lililonse komamo apapa ndimene zakhaliramo nthawi jana kamwera mazija. I think mwina anauzana a Wolves kuti I think mwina tikuwaderera kapena Kamuzu Barracks ndi pamene mwina tikupangisa kuti we should be catching up now. Ndi iwo ndamene nakusera like kuti they are now progressing. What's happening now in the momentum of Wolves? They've just changed in a blink of an eye.
Okay, so there are phases in a game, and at this phase, this is a phase where a setter, the playmaker, Nigel, right, usually likes to give the ball to those people who will give him sure points because he's now looking for points. The game ends at 25, it's 22-19 to Wolves. So he would want to make sure that he gives as many balls to Kuda, who is the opposite and one of the best players on the court right now, so that he gets as many points as he can get. They need to get to 25 first. So far, they are leading by 3 points. 22-19. Donny on the serve. Kamuzu Barracks came back. Are they refreshed? Let's see.
Tione kuti mwina anauzana zotani pamene iwo anapita kwa kamwera komano zungoneka ngati kuti so akumenya Sassonetti. What do you think is happening now? Because I think we've seen such errors for like maybe this is the 4th time.
Well, when the coach calls for a timeout like that, he actually wants to take the momentum away, the adrenaline to put it down. So he wants to also psychologically affect the opposite players, and we can see that he succeeded there because Donny made the mistake. But Bololo is coming. Let's see what Bololo does. Good reception. Ken goes up. The block is there. It's a block out. So that's a point to Wolves.
That's a point to Wolves.
Yes.
So it looks like ngakhale anzathu a Kamuzu Barracks mene amaoneka ngati kuti they're trying to catch up, koma zikuoneka ngati kuti zabwereraso back to where it was with a 3-point lead.
23-20 with Kudakwashe Kandanda serving. Good serve, good reception, set across, good attack. And there's a touch. That's a block touch.
And that makes it 21-23.
1-23.
Yeah.
It's not over. The game ends at 25. 2 points is a lot. So let's see what happens there. Because all they need to do, Wolves is looking for a point on side out. KB needs to get the point on transition. What it means, they need to block. Right? If they block there, it's 22-23. Right? And it's game on. Let's see what happens there. Henry goes, Nigel. Free ball given. Martin goes. Eric gets the point.
So I think kubweresanso kwa libero uja zikuoneka ngati kuti zikuthandizira kwambiri ku mbali ya Kamuzu Barracks ndiyo yenga kuti mwina azipanga defend bwino. Before we can see kuti now since yipumitsireni paja libero yakuoneka kuti he is now been vital on the side.
Yes, that is very true. He is very good with reception. He is very good with defense. So he helps in the balance of the team. It's 22-23 right now. Kamuzu Barracks with Kosolo serving. Kosolo goes up. Donny sets. Free ball given. And let's see how it happens. The setter gives Eric again, and Eric gets another point.
Yeah, as you said, 2 points is really a huge thing. Yeah. Now it's going to they are on a tie, and then let's see what's going to happen because it's only 2 points for them to reach to 25.
Yes, and at this point, if I was the coach for Wolves, I would have called for a timeout, and that's exactly what he has done. He's called for a timeout right now.
Yeah, so that you should cool down the momentum. But don't you think that maybe now is the time that Kamuzu Barracks should add in a fresh hands and momentum with a lot of firepower?
No, at this point now, if they make an unnecessary substitution, they may end up affecting their game because they will bring in somebody who's going to pull it a little bit down. So the best is to continue. I think the best for the coach is to actually talk to the server. Tell him that, okay, this timeout has been called for you. Make sure that you save properly. Right. The last 2 timeouts, we saw that as they were coming back in, the server was missing the save. Right. Wolves need a good point right there. Right. And I think that's what the coach will be telling them. Let's receive well. Let's give ourselves a chance to attack. Right now, we don't have
yeah. So let's see if the coach ndithu anapangisadi kuti mwina momentum ikhenga tikuzizira pang'ono ndicho lenga chakuti mwina they should catch up kamenanso ndicho lenga chakuti kapena akhala kutsogola 10 tione kuti zikukhala.
Good serve, good reception. Good point.
And I think it worked.
Yes.
It worked. The calling it off. I think it has worked, even though it's just 1 goal.
Yeah, it has worked for Wolves. 24-23, they are leading. They are on set points now. What they did differently is they switched the attack. From giving a 4 there, they gave a pipe. Right, Ken with a serve. Let's see if they'll be able to block and finish this. Back to Eric. Eric hits it out.
So
Net touch.
now
The ref calls for a net touch.
So where is the point gonna go? Is it gonna go to Kamuzu Barracks? All right.
So it's 24-24.
Yeah.
It's now juice. So in volleyball, we win by 2 points. So the first to get a 2-point gap is the winner right now. So it's on juice.
Now on a tie, Matimo Sewa afana na nditu tuone.
The ball goes to Griffin. Griffin gets the hit. It's been picked up. Let's see.
My
And
goodness.
Eric hits into his own net. That's uncharacteristic. He's been playing very well this set, but he's just
Such mistakes do really happen in volleyball, and that's just an example.
The point where the mistake is happening, that's where the problem is, right? So Donny is going to come out. Khalido is coming back in. Khalido is the center blocker. So I'm sure they will need to block properly for them to get a point there. So Kamuzu Barracks still has Eric in front. it also has Ngemba in front. The setter is spoiled for choice. Let's see whom you will give. He goes for Eric, and Eric gets the point.
Yeah,
Eric
that
is a blinder.
exactly, and that was a massive hit. I mean, izonso ndizimene takhala kuona chiyambireni this quarter. I think Kamuzu Barracks kwambiri kumapanga utilize game kuti akamakhala kuti akuyamba akamapanga serve, and then ukangobwera popa kumabwera kwambiri ni mabangi ndiyo yangayo kuti azikhala kupeza ma point. Do you think that's a tactic that they're using now?
Yes, without a doubt. They are looking for a hard hitter there for them to get a hard point. Let's see how it goes. It's back to Juice. Griffin gets a touch on the hit. Griffin has not been playing to the best of his ability today. We are seeing a shadow of his proper self. I am hoping that is going to grow into the game as the game progresses. But it's advantage Wolves now. They need the point to win the set. Nigel serving. Nigel serves. Good reception. Free ball given. Let's see. Griffin goes and Griffin finishes the game.
I think that was really a mistake from Kamuzu Barracks. That time they had the opportunity. Nijenga yokuti akala kujinya, but their friends anangomaka utilized that very small opportunity that they had. I think it also goes back to what you were saying. Making a single little mistake is gonna cost you a lot.
Yes, without a doubt. And there we saw Griffin, who hasn't really sparked or really played good volleyball this set, right? But we saw him coming in with the final point, being very clinical. He knew exactly what needed to be done. Now, this is the experience that I was talking about earlier on, that they got from playing at the Zone 6. At some point in time, at the Zone 6, after Kuda got injured, Griffin became the main man together with Moses Mzumara. But Griffin was the main man. He was getting each and every ball, and he was trying to make a point, make sure he gets a point at each and every stage. Right now it's 1-0. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, let's see how it goes indeed. And now papa ndi pamene akupumira ndithu kota yoyamba yatha ndipo tikhoza kunena kuti chigoli choyambirira ndithu chikupita kumeneku ku timu imeneyi ya Wolves imene padakali pano tikhoza kunena ndithu kuti kutsogola chigoli chimodzi kwa chilowere. Ndipo masewero osewa imene ayambira ndithu Kamuzu Barracks inayamba bwino komano zinangovuta sikudziwa kuti chinachitika ndi chani kwenikweni komano zikuoneka ngati kuti Wolves nayo amayimitsa mpira like calling for a time up ndicho tinga chakuti mwina they should seize the power komanso the momentum kuti game ikuyenda motani. Ndetsopano apa makochi akhala ndithu akuwauza maplayer awo ndithu kuti mwina asintheko zinthu tione kuti chingachitika ndi chani. But in a nutshell tikhoza kunenabe kuti pa nkhani ya possession of the game Wolves I'm giving it 55% pomwe anzawo atikuapatsako 45% Kamuzu Barracks, but nonetheless it's still been a very good game. Sinanka magame osewa tikhoza kunena kuti matimu osewa akakumana it's a rivalry imene akakumana onsewa ndithu pamakhala ndithu game ya magazi ngati imene coach Simba anafotokozera ndithu ndimene ndithu zikukhalira pano ndipo tikhale tikuona kuti kota yachiwiri zinthu zake zingakhale motani. Ndithu mwinaso kungonenaso lineup ya maplayer pamene tikudikirira kuti second quarter ikhale ikuyambirira ku Kamuzu Barracks men. Jersey number 2 ndi Esau Muhone, number 3 ndi Ian Kachale, number 4 ndi Simeon Kanyenda, 6 ndi Kelvin Perry, 7 ndi Talent Mzumara, number 9 ndi Bernard Kosolo, number 10 ndi Martin Mzumara, number 12 ndi Alvin Sambo, number 13 ndi Stevie Banda, 14 Eric Mdima, 15 ndi John Hara amene ali Ribeiro Yekayo wa Kamuzu Barracks, ndipo number 8 ndi Obadiah Chivunga, ndipo coach wawo ndi Kima Mangani, komanso amene akuthandizira ndi Omar Mtalika. Ndipo ku Wolves men number 1 ndi Dalitso Chingana, number 2 ndi Doni Mwenechanya, number 5 ndi Hilary Ntupanyama, number 20 ndi Khalidwe Chimpeni, 7 ndi Vincent Tole, 10 ndi Nigel Hila amene ali so captain, ndipo number 11 ndi Henry Dominic, 12 ndi Ken Kasasi, 13 ndi Rogers Ntombosola, 14 ndi Herbert Nyanga amene so ali Ribeiro wa timu imeneyi, number 15 ndi Griffin Lwazi, number 17 ndi Kudakwachi Kandanda, number 18 ndi Dedrick Watch, number 19 ndi Patience Chola amene so ali Ribeiro wa chiwiri wa timu imeneyi. imeneyi ndithu ya Wolves, ndipo kochi wawo ndi Pabire, ndipo othandizira wake ndi Isaiah Kumwenda, ndipo ndithu coach Simba afuna kuti ayambireso tsopano now is coming in into the second quarter. Abumira ndithu mwina what are some of the tips that you can give to Kamuzu Barracks and also ku Wolves imene tsopano pano patikonera kuti kutsogola 1-0?
Now, this second set is always a psychological set. The ones who have lost, they have to pick themselves up, right? And play and believe that they can play better than they played in the first set. If they get in and play with a down heart, right? I mean, it was right. At least right now, they have to have that self-belief and self-motivation that we can do it and we are going to do it. At the same time, Wolves, your winner, they also have to come in with the we have won, but Nchito Sinat, right? Nkondo Sitina win, right?
They should not sit back.
Yes, they should not sit back. They should go put the front foot forward as well. So if you see, if they sit back, by the time we get to 10, Kamuzu Barracks would have gone and they would be fine, right? But if they start the same way that they started last set and they start going point for point, we can see some very good volleyball.
Ndithu umundi mmene akunenera ndithu coach Simba kuti mwina self belief imene ikuvutirapo ku timu imene ya Kamuzu Barracks, komanso mwina ndi cholinga chakuti consistency ikhalepo ku Wolves, ndi cholinga chakuti iwo akhale ndithu akupitirira ndithu ndi masewero awo. Ndetsopano Kamuzu Barracks is serving the ball coming up now, tione kuti zikhale motani, ndipo naicho kuzaperekea mpira, ndipo Kamuzu Barracks is just getting back and that was a massive save. It nearly costed them a point. And they just give again a point. Yaulere nditu atamenyetsa neti nditu Kamuzu Barracks. Ameneyo nditu ndi Martin Mzumara kumenyesa nditu ukonde kupereka point nditu also kabwino, but nonetheless it's still a mistake. But let's see if they can bounce back. Now Niger is serving the ball. Tuone kuti zikhale motani. That was a nice one. Kamuzu Barracks. That was Eric Mdima with a bang. Kupanga zoti mwina Kamuzu Barracks should get back into contention. It's now a go apace.
1-1. That's how it is right now. Eric on the serve. Eric is playing P1, and he's been doing a very good job of late.
I think mwina titania kuti the man of the match, Eric, can be one of the contenders.
So far, yes, without a doubt. Can you see how good defense right there?
Yeah, but another mistake is coming in from Bololo. Yeah, he did it. Ngakale tinamba sokuona in the first quarter. Apeleka points just like that. Mwina kaka this got to be like number 6. What's happening?
Bololo is usually a very dependable player. I think Gemi ita wakarati kumukurira. Right. But you see, even in the times when Bololo is off, we have players like Bernard Kosolo. You saw that hit, that massive hit that he gave there.
That was a massive hit from Bernard.
Very good player. He has just come back from duty. He was in Salima with the paratroopers for a couple of months, and we can see he's come back straight into the fort and is playing well. Right.
He missed again.
Right. Kudakwache Kandanda.
That was a really nice bang from Kudakwache. Nice.
That is the Wolves opposite player, right? He started off as a center blocker. He was turned by Tulani Maposa to become an opposite player, and he's been doing a fantastic job for Wolves.
Wow, that's really fantastic. Now let's see. That was Karidwe. Bernard.
Net touch.
So it's going to Wolves again.
No,
or
the point goes to Kamuzu Barracks.
Yeah, so that's Bernard again. Even though Bernard kumambirira kuja mapanga ngati ma errors oyambirira kuja timaona kuti he was the one who was responsible for kupangisa kuti azipanga concede. Nonetheless, the coach was still appreciating his efforts.
His effort, yes. Yes. That is some lovely work there, but that's a free ball. Let's see how Wolves will respond. Yes. Henry Dominic.
Yeah, that was deserved. Chifukwa anampasa mpata kuti aujailire mpira and akhala akumenya bang, and for the Kamuzu Barracks players zinaoneka ngati kuti they weren't ready kuti aulandire mpira uja kupanga defend whatsoever.
Henry Dominic is turning is changing from a young man to a seasoned monster as far as this game is concerned. Good block, but so is Eric Mdima.
Yeah. So just like we say that Eric is actually playing very good volleyball right now.
For today, we can't say much. We can't say much about Eric. He's been clinical, playing very well. Good reception from Ken Kasasi. Good set. Griffin Lwazi gets a point. They tried to block it. They almost had it, but it just washed down on their chests.
Yeah. That's
We have
exactly what happened.
an interesting game on our hands.
Exactly.
5-4 Wolves are leading.
Maga in the second quarter, because in the first quarter we saw that Mene Imamba Kamuzu Barracks was coming up with a lot of firepower, but now it looks like they're all at par.
Yes, and Kamuzu Barracks looks a little bit subdued now. I'm not sure why, but they're a little bit subdued as Griffin gives away a serve there, a free point to Kamuzu, so it's 5 apiece now.
5 apiece it is right now. Ndithu onse wakuoneka ndithu kuti akufanana mphamvu ndithu mmene kota yachiwiri yayambira, ndipo kota yoyamba tinaona ndithu kuti Kamuzu Barracks ndimene nawera bwino, komano pano pazikuoneka ngati kuti onse akufanana mphamvu. Ndi apa tione kuti zikhala bwanji. Another point has just been given, and Kamuzu Barracks is now leading with 6 points to 5. Ndithu ndimene tikhale tikuona kuti zikhale motani zinthu zake, ndipo Kamuzu Barracks akhale akuyamba ndithu kuti apange serve. Akumakhala so dangerous akamawuyamba, especially in the first quarter. Let's just see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you saw Kudakwashe Kandanda uncharacteristically giving away a save there, and there is a good hit from Ken Kasasi, the evergreen. I think the oldest player on the pitch right now. Ken Kasasi has been playing at the top of his game, at the top level for a very long time. And you just saw him right in the middle. He twists and he puts the ball straight into zone 1. Very good skill.
That's a very, very good skill. Now let's see what's going to happen, because these serves, Agamamba Jonchi, we're actually having to see a goal. That's exactly what I wanted to say.
Guess who? That's Eric Mdima. Eric is playing a blinder today.
Exactly. Potential man of the match.
Potential man of the match indeed. Let's see how which way this goes.
All right, so Martin Mzumara afuna apange serve, just like I said, kuti akamayamba it's becoming more dangerous, but in the previous setups akanditwa kumangisa concede. Let's see if that doesn't happen again. And it has happened again.
That's a very, very intelligent point from Nigel there.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Second ball attack from the setter. Very good point. Easy point. Very good one.
Exactly, that was a very good one. Komano mene nanene amucha kuti akamayamba no ma setup wawo Kamuzu Barracks zimaoneka ngati kuti zamba kwavuta, unlike in the first quarter, because in the first quarter they were utilizing a chance kuti akuyamba no game ija kuti like they're serving from the back, but akamatero amapeza no di point kumapeto kwake. But now it seems like they're finding it difficulty kuti mwina akhale ndithu akupitirira kutsogolo. Sindikudziwa kuti chichitika ndi chani.
Pamazakhala paufunika ka resilience kena kake. You understand? Because the more you go on the front foot, the more you meet resistance from Wolves. You understand? So you can even hear them calling Wabaraiga, Baraiga. That's how it goes. You understand? Wolves will not let you get the points just like that. You will have to fight for them, and that is what Kamuzu Barracks has to do. And you remember what I was talking about, psychology. Right now, it looks like the only player for Kamuzu Barracks who's in for the long haul is Eric. Let's see if he can be assisted.
Yeah, it's a very, very good point from Esau Mohone. Nonetheless, it was a weak one. I wonder, was it also part of the tactic, or for him to do like that?
No, you saw an opening, and he just tipped the ball to the opening. The defensive libero failed to move in time. That's how they got that point.
Wow, Eric just got another point for Kamuzu Barracks. Now it looks like they're getting back. I think Wimitsaguja, it was really a psychological kick for Kamuzu Barracks.
That's an ace from Eric. I think it's the first ace of the game that we have seen so far. But it's nonetheless a very good ace from Eric. Let's see if he can do it again. He goes hard this time. Griffin puts a platform. Nigel goes. And the block is there. Just look at how Bernard Kosole is celebrating there. It shows what it means to him as a center blocker, managing to get that block.
Again, not just to he could have tried to use his hands or something to avoid conceding that point.
Well, the first mistake was presumably from the setter. Mpira su unafika ku zone 4 where there was Kudakwashe Kandanda. So when Kudakwashe moved, he was very far. That's why he ended up just trying to poke the ball. So everything else that happens after that was an after effect of that move. But I'm pretty sure that they can rectify this. As of now, Kamuzu Barracks are leading 10-7.
That's another 3-point lead. Ijadima yona ijambuyo mu first quarter. So pano zikuoneka ngati kuti zinthu zasintha. Mwina Kamuzu Barracks ninja ndiyo yenga chakuti mwina kota iyi nawo akhale ndithu kuti mwina akupanga lead. Ndiyo yenga chakuti tuone kuti mwina akha kupanga retribute. Chifatu masero amene asanayambe timu yawo yachizimayi yagonjetsedwa yatibulidwa ndi zigoli zitatu kwa Chilowereni. Mwina apawa tikozonena kuti akufuna abweze masetapo aja ndi amene amene takhati kuwaona ndithu amene akumapanga Kamuzu Barracks komanso kungoseva bwino ndithu nimene tuone na icho akumapekea mipira yabwino. And exactly that's what's happening. Because Naijo akumakha ngati kuti akupanga ma assist yabwino ndiyo yenga choti pabwere with a lot of firepower with a bang ndiyo yenga chakuti mwina akhala akukhanga takuwapanga whitewash anzawo.
This is actually good. This is very good. We are seeing very good volleyball there. You saw Kudakwashe turning, coming all the way to zone 4, but there was a net touch. Net touch again from Griffin Lwazi.
Yeah, so it's Bernard again coming up with the point. Zikuoneka ngati kuti Bernard akusangala ndithu game imene zimuyendera.
And you saw he's pointing to his head, telling everyone that I used my brain here.
Yeah, he's not even using kwambiri mphamvu, akungopanga tap in basi kuti zitheke.
Good point.
So that's also another point for Wolves. Yeah, anakanika kupanga defend anzathu amene wa Kamuzu Barracks ndithu panopa ndi kuti it's 9-11 points. 9 points for Wolves, 11 points for Kamuzu Barracks. They're still leading with almost 2 points.
Steve 99 Banda.
Ndithu zikuoneka ngati kuti Kamuzu Barracks is now getting composed. Anyamata wakuoneka ngati kuti no amba kusewera bwino unlike the previous one.
They've gained
Previous quarter that is.
Yes, they have gained their composure, right? And now they are playing their psychological game very well. 12-9 they are leading right now. Bololo is serving. Let's see how Wolves can neutralize them.
Yeah, we're seeing the coach tipping his player. Mwina akwamuuza nzeru zina tuone kuti chichitika ndi chani.
Out ball from Kuda.
So that goes again to Kamuzu Barracks. Imene akuipasa so point imene kukwana ndithu 13-9.
13-9. That's a 4-point lead. That may be difficult to come back to from Wolves, but let's see how it goes.
But we saw it previously. Wolves iso ikutsogola choncho.
Henry Dominic, quick 3-1 set, and he smashes a very good point there.
I think Kamuzu Barracks is considering a change because I saw the coach Aguyankwanandi, one of his players on the bench. Do you think now is the time for him to make some substitutes?
I think the reason why he is Issa Omone out at that point. Can you see Bernard Koso?
Yeah, Bernard zioneka kuti Bernard is kumuthekera chifukwa Bernard second quarter yose he's really been dominating for Kamuzu Barracks. I think he's the only guy mwina iyeyo and mwina ndi Eric ndi amene mwina akupereka ma points ambiri ku team imene.
Yes, that's very true. That's very true. And their usual point getter. Can you see a very good reception there? Right. Free ball given, and let's see if they will be punished. And they are not punished. The ball goes out.
And another point for Kamuzu Barracks. Now it's a 5-point lead. We haven't seen this Jambire in game, you say. What does it mean?
What happens? Griffin is substituted for Rogers.
Yeah, just like I asked, now is it the right time? Substitute. So I think now it's really an ideal time for them to add a fresh pair of hands. Honestly speaking, sitting as one, this is the second quarter. 5-point lead.
Yeah. But I think Griffin is just feeling a little bit down. I have said again, he's one of the best players in Malawi right now, on top of his game. But today is just not his day and he's been replaced by Rogers. Let's see what the young man will do. Rogers, 22 years old. Henry Dominic.
And another point, 6-point lead, 16-10. Wow, that's amazing, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. And another timeout called by Wolves.
Yeah, so now the timeout is coming here. Do you think, okay, let me just ask you, what are some of the advices if you are on the touchline and telling the players, what would you advise them so that they should get back into contention? Now it's a 6-point gap. What should they do?
I'll tell them to relax. But because this is just pressure. They're making very silly mistakes, right? You saw the amount of times that they're hitting the net, they're touching the net, they're giving away 3 points. So the idea is for them to relax. They're still leading, by the way. They're leading 1-0.
Because in the first quarter, anamenya bwino.
Regardless of 10 of that scoreline right now, I can tell you without a shadow of doubt, they are the ones that are in the lead because they have a set. These guys don't have a set. You understand? So they need to relax and they need to play like champions. They need to play like winners. They are the defending champions, actually.
In a nutshell, they are playing under pressure and also akupanga paniki kwambiri. Okay, mwina kapena asinte kwambiri, mwina ndiyo nga yori ruone zinto zikusinthika. Should they change the set of players?
That's giving away another 3 points. Can you see?
And it makes it 17.
That's another 3 points.
That's another huge lead again. I mean, 7.
It's highly unnecessary. Right. The coach has Daedrix watch number 18 on the bench. He is one very serious attacker. However, he is prone to injury. So I think maybe that is the reason why he is not getting a chance, or he has not been played so far. I think they're waiting for an opportune moment for him. But we see Wolves getting a point there from Kuda. Coming from the opposite, he manages to get a point on the D. So that breaks the serve that Bololo was giving. 11-17, let's see if they can be able to manipulate that and get more points. Good serve by Roger. Good set.
From Eric Mdima once again.
The rest is history.
So Eric Mdima is now again dominating just like the way he used to, and now he's coming in back, widening their point again, back to 7 with a 7-point lead. It's 18-11. Wow, what a huge gap between the two.
Griffin is coming back in, I'm sure for 2 things. On defense or on pass, Griffin is very good, and Griffin can attack the pipe. It can give a lot more points. We've only seen him do it once in the last set. Let's hope he can do it more. This time, the coach would have had a chat with him to calm him down. Let's see how it goes now. Steve 99 Banda with the serve.
Yeah, so Longes is the one who is taking the lead.
Yes.
Let's see what's going to happen.
Good reception. Nigel goes high. Ken makes sure. Martin.
Eric Mdima, what a banger.
Good reception.
But a good save.
Right. And then Ken plays safe there.
Again with a chip.
Let's see. Ken with a hit. Good pick. Eric.
Wow. That was a massive hit from Eric. But the point still goes to Wolves.
But it's a massive rally. Right. You saw how the ball went from one side to the other. Ken trying. Getting 2 chances to hit it, but failing to put it down.
But we also have to compliment Kamuzu Barracks for good defending.
Yes, the defense by Bololo there was absolutely top notch.
That was really top quality from Kamuzu Barracks in defending. Nonetheless, they're still considered
Free ball. Nigel goes. What did I tell you? Griffin is very good when he's coming there, right, on that pipe. Griffin is very good when he comes.
Now it looks like they're now catching up. Wolves are now catching up.
13-18 is still a 5-point lead.
It's still a 5-point lead, but previously it was an 8-point gap. Now they're closing it to 5.
Let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes.
If managed to get the next 2 points, I would advise the coach to get a timeout. Let's see how it goes.
Eric Ndima with another banger.
Have you seen just how much Eric is jumping?
Eric is jumping, and now Eric is jumping with a lot of swings, but Bernard is just coming in and Nitima Chivi. That's why maybe perhaps
Yes, a very simple points that is getting.
Amazing. Now let's see. Ango Pereka point. I think Mina Kamuzu Barracks got a little bit carried away. Now the point ili pa 14 to 18 18-14 which is more like akusiyana ndi ma point 4 okha and zikuoneka ngati kuti Wolves ndimeneno tsopano ikuplaya catch up kusiyana ndi set yoyambirira imene iwo amatsogola bwino. Ndithu pamenepo chigoli chinanso cha Esau Mhone kugoletsa ndithu kungonjezera solidi kupangitsa kuti khale 19 amakamaka 20-14 timu imeneyi ya Kamuzu Barracks kutsogola.
Now, Ngemba is the main point getter for Kamuzu Barracks, right? Overall, when Kamuzu Barracks is playing and everything is okay, you can be rest assured that Ngemba is getting more points, right? However, in this set, he has not been getting as many points as he normally gets, right? So that's why you see Eric Mdima coming in there. Oh my God, that's a free ball given. Let's see what will happen. Kosolo gets the point.
He does it again with a chip. With a Leonardo celebration.
Fun celebration there from Kamuzu Barracks.
Yeah, so Bernard, amapanga machip amene I don't know kuti how can Wolves defend from such kind of machip shot.
Well, now it becomes difficult now for a person who hits like Bernard, because to wait for his hit, you have to move back. That's when you open what? You open
Up the space.
Yeah, Kudakwashe Kandanda there with a very good point. He hit it hard. He was blocked. The block was out.
Now,
15-21.
The point goes to Wolves.
Yes. So that's a 6-point gap.
That's really a huge gap, but I think imwina nkhani ya relaxation ija ku timu ya Wolves zikufutirapo.
Wolves is making another change. They're bringing in Dedrick Swatch in place of Ken Kasasi. I think they want to take a gamble on the serve. Dedrick is a very good server of the ball. So if he manages to toss it high, he will get 1 or 2 points for them.
Maybe kapena mwina akhale akuyika kwambiri mwina defensive libero wao jersey number 19 amene Patience George.
No, actually, when it's like this, the tactic failed to work.
A point just given freely to Kamuzu Barracks.
Kamuzu Barracks, yeah. But you can understand what he was trying to do. He was trying to hit a very hard one. You understand? But because he didn't warm up enough before he came to take the ball, so he fluffed that chance. But let's see how it goes. But good platform by Dedricks. Let's see how it goes. Griffin goes and gets a point.
Now it's 16. Wolves looks like they've got another point. Afuna ngopanga ko close ka gap mwina kota ino isanati mwina ndiyo nga yokuti mwina Kamuzu Barracks sanyamulire tukota imene.
So if I was the coach, I would simply tell them that they need 3 points. Let's not care much what's happening with them, right? Let's not care what's happening with them. Let's try and get as many points as we can get, so that we gain some momentum even as we get into the third set, right? We now have momentum after having made more points than them. You see, at this point, that's what's important, right? It's not about looking at the scores or thinking, oh no, they are left with only 3 points, while we need about 10 points. It doesn't work like that. So you make as many points as you can, and if Wolves manage to make 5 points, 5 more points before they get their 3 points, then they would be at a good position. Good block from 99. Henry gets it. Najo is right there. Kuda rolls the ball.
And then it's a point for Wolves. Zinavuta kupanga defending maga amene I think Eric Mdima zinamuvuta kuti apanga defending. We know that Eric Mdima amene akukhala kuti is morely involved in kuchinya ku timu imene ya Wolves, but in terms of defensive zikumuvutira.
You see, they had moved back to counter for Kuda's hit. Let's see how it goes. 99 flies one.
Like the point is now going to Wolves, and it makes it to 18 to 22, which I think they are now catching up. I think point gap it was really huge and disappointing for the side. Now I think Ambano Banga relaxed.
Look at Bernard
with another chip.
It's coming, you see.
Exactly. But I wonder could you my player Bernard
the problem is if they move in to cover for that chip, he's going to hit. You understand? And when he hits, he's going to get a point. So it becomes a catch-22. You just have to
Dima again with a banger, and now it's 24-19.
Eric is playing well.
Exactly.
There is no doubt about that. Eric is playing well.
Now about that substitution, I saw the coach talking to the player before Hassan Aloy. Amampanga tipi ziwiri zitatu. Do you think he's gonna come up with a huge impact?
Well, at this point in time, I think the coach is thinking, look, I have wrapped it up. Let me give experience to this young chap. Right, the young chap is very good. Don't get me wrong. That's a fault there. The ref decided to let it go. But that was a foot fault because Griffin overstepped into the opponent's zone.
And now it's 25-19.
However, Kamuzu Barracks still managed to get the set. 25-19, they have gotten it. So, in terms of sets, it's now one apiece. Let's see what happens in set number 3.
Yeah, so in a nutshell, because akunena kuti mu second quarter Wolves zavuta tisaname.
Yeah, tisaname. Za kanga tizavuta formation sina ende bwino.
Munanena kuti apange relax zikuoneka ngati kuti zinavutirabe sana sewere like kuti akupanga lead amasewera ngati kuti they are catching up kuti mwina afuna they should get another point whatsoever. What do you think happened exactly apart from the aspect yokuti anapanga lag relaxation aspect?
It's the same thing that I was saying as the set was starting, that this becomes a psychological game, right? And the one who is mentally strong is the one who carries it through, because these ones will be thinking we have lost, we need to get to get the set, to get back into the game, get another set. These ones will be thinking we've won, we need to continue and get another set so that we open in a bigger gap. So I think psychologically Wolves were not okay. They were not balanced in this. They didn't do the easy things right. They didn't pass well, they didn't block well. Two very basic things that they didn't well. Now, if you don't pass well, you can't attack. If you don't block well, you get hit. And that is exactly what happened. Eric was hitting left, right, and center, right? So now, look at the variation that was happening between Eric and Bernard. Eric comes and hits hard, you understand? So they move out to anticipating Eric's hard hits, and then Bernard comes in and chips in, a very simple point. So that variation worked well for Kamuzu Barracks, and if they continue with that variation, I can tell you that they are most likely going to get the other set again. But however, Wolves did not use their backcourt attack a lot. They starved Kudakwasha Kandanda, their opposite hitter. They starved him off the ball. He needs to be more on the ball than he was, right? They tried to feed other people. They tried to play with Ken Kasasi. Ken Kasasi is a very good player, but he's also a very cautious player, right? He doesn't take too many risks when it's not necessary, right? Which is different from the likes of Griffin Wazi and Kudakwasha Kandanda. They try to...
Wedding preparations are hectic and need support. This is why Kanema Online is here to help you lessen the stress. Guess what? Let Kanema Online produce your weddings absolutely for free and enjoy the free wedding rite. We don't end there. Invite us for your engagements as well and let your memories carry weight. Terms and conditions apply. Wedding preparations are hectic and need support. This is why Kanema Online is here to help you lessen the stress. Guess what? Let Kanema Online produce your weddings absolutely for free and enjoy the free wedding rite. We don't end there. Invite us for your engagements as well and let your memories carry weight. Terms and conditions apply. Are you an event organizer and you have an event and you want to make extra money? Kanema Online is here to produce and live stream your event to your fans everywhere they are. Are you a football club and you want to make extra money? Worry not, because Kanema Online is here to produce and live stream your matches to your fans. Are you a football club and you want to make extra money? Worry not, because Kanema Online is here to produce and live stream your matches to your fans.
ndithu pamenepo masewero akuyambanso ndithu chigawo chachitatu, chigawo chimene tikhale tikuona ndithu kuti mamuna akhale ndani. Ndithu pamenepo Wolves kungokanika ndithu kuti agoletse amene anali Griffin Ruwazi amene ndithu anahita neti, and a point was given to Kamuzu Barracks. Now tsopano amene ndi Mdima, Eric Mdima akumabwera ndi ma serve ake amphamvu ndithu amene ndithu akumapereka chiopsezo kuti imene ya Wolves, ndipo tikhale tikuona kuti chingachitike ndi chani. Ndipo ameneyo ndi Naicho, koma zikuoneka ngati kuti defensive wise Kamuzu Barracks ikuoneka ngati kuti ikubwereramo, and Esau Muhone makes it 2 points to Kamuzu Barracks right now in this third quarter. Pamene ndithu iwo ayamba ndithu kutsogola zinamba sochonchi muchigawo chenicheni choyambirira, pamene tinaona ndithu kuti masewera amenewa akhoza kukhadi ndithu amagazi chifukwa choti Kamuzu Barracks inabwera ndi mphamvu, but zinazaoneka ngati kuti Wolves inayamba nokupanga dominate later on, but now zikuoneka ngati kuti apanga flip ma tables. That was Mdima with a huge banger. Wow, that was amazing. And now a point is been scrambled upon. Point minute tuone kuti kodi aipereka kwa ndani, but all the sides akudadaula makamaka Kamuzu Barracks kuti point imene akuwapa siranji amene wa Wolves amaona ngati kuti there wasn't supposed to be such a thing. Komabe nonetheless it still stands. It's 2-1, a point now yoyambirira ya Wolves in this third quarter rather. Amene ndi Mdima, komano ndi Naicho, komano umpire anazanena ndithu kuti I think there was a little bit of a foul touch, but nonetheless a point has been given to Kamuzu Barracks. And I said to come up with the banger. That was Dedrick Watch, but sizinateke zinavuta ndithu anyamata amene wa Wolves kuuzana ndithu how they can defend well chifukwa Kamuzu Barracks akubweranso ndi Esau Muhone with a serve. It's Nigel, and then it's a goal again. That's kuda kwache kandanda, kuda kwache nkuzagoletsa ndicho linga chakuti mwina akhale ngati kuti akuyandikirako kuti mwina awapeze amene wa Kamuzu Barracks. Now it's 3-2. It looks like it's going to be a tie, and akati alowetse with a serve chifa makamaka Wolves ikamabwera ndi maserve zikuoneka ngati kuti maserve awo akumabwera ndithu amphamvu amene akubaoneka ngati kuti they have an opportunity kuti akhale ndithu akubwera ndi chigoli. Ndetsopano apa tiona amene ndi Dalitso Chingana amene ndithu akubwera ndi serve yake, koma libero wawo wa Kamuzu Barracks ndikuzapanga zokuti aseve, and then it was Bernard who was coming up ndichonga chokuti agoletse, but mpira unatuluka, and then it's a point for Wolves, and then it's a piece mene nanene amucha kuti akufuna kuti zikhale piece atai zonse, and it's 3-3 now. Ndithu libelo zikuoneka kuti zikumthekera, but nonetheless Wolves zikuoneka ngati kuti ikubwereramo mene inayambira mucha, and panopa akubwera ndi mphamvu zonse ndithu, and it looks like Bernard is a little bit injured or something. This is going to be devastating news. Atakha kuti is really indeed injured. Kuti atuluke, it will be a crucial and a blow kuti mumene ya Kamuzu Barracks edi coach Simba kuti avulale Bernard. How impactful will it be to timu mene ya Kamuzu Barracks?
It will be a very, very terrible thing as of now. But the good thing is he's up and he's running, and he's ready to continue. 4-3, Wolves is leading. We saw a huge bang from Henry. Let's see how it goes.
Dalitso ndi save yabwino kungochinya ndithu. That was Dalitso Chingana, and it makes it.
That was an outball.
That was an outball.
Yes, points to Kamuzu Barracks.
But nonetheless, it was still a good serve. Komabe Kamuzu Barracks, it looks like they're gonna have to get that point, which is going to be flipped just so soon by board. And then Bololo with the serve.
Dedrick Swash.
That was a very good and a very powerful bang. Zangomenyetsa neti Wolves mabe zikuoneka kuti second quarter akufanana mphamvu ngakhale kuti inayamba ndi a 2-point lead timu imene ya Kamuzu Barracks. Pano Bololo ndi amene akhale akuyamba. Alvin Sambo Bololo, he's the one who is to serve. Tione kuti zikhale motani. Naicho kuperekera mpira wabwino ndithu kwambiri kwa Henry Dominic. What a huge bang, a good serve from Wolves. Another huge bang, komano aombetsaneti amene that was Stevie Banda for Kamuzu Barracks nkupangisa zokuti afanane ma points, point imeneyi ipite ku timu imeneyi ya Wolves kuti onsewa afanane 5 apiece, all of them 5 points. Ndipo apa akuyitanitsa time up ndiyo ngayo kuti aziziritse mwina afuna asinthako zinthu ziwiri zitatu kwa Sambo. What's happening?
I am actually seeing that there could be a problem with Martin Mzumara, the setter for Kamuzu Barracks.
Jersey number 10. Yeah.
Jersey number 10. I can see him leaning. He was leaning on the bench there. Let's see what they're trying to do. What are they asking for? I think maybe they're asking for band 8. And I think this is the reason why they called the timeout, because he may have indicated to them that he's injured, and unless if he's sitting down, the game cannot be stopped. Now, they've called the timeout. Timeout has elapsed. I don't think he has been attended to. Let's see what is going to happen here.
Nimene ikusewerera Kamuzu Barracks, I think ikuti mwina modzi mwayo atakhala kuti wavulala. This is going to destroy the momentum of the team. Chifukwa zikuoneka ngati kuti amvana kwambiri. There hasn't been actually ma changes ambiri amene asintha chiyambire ni game imene ya Kamuzu Barracks.
Yes, but can you see that Wolves now changed their center blocker? They removed Khalidwe and they put in Dali Sushingana. And they also removed Ken Kasasi, jersey number 12, and they've put Dedrick Swatch, jersey number 18. Could I just
kuda kwache ngombetsa ndithu neti zosakhala bwino, but let's see kuti zikhala motani, and that's a point again for Kamuzu Barracks. Now they are leading. Now apapa afuna ayambe ndi Bernard Kosolo. We haven't seen him wakupanga serve kwambiri, but we have seen him now.
Good hit. And a foot fault has been called on Griffin Lwazi there. He stepped on the line. He is a back player. He's not supposed to step on that line when he's attacking.
And that goes to a point to Kamuzu Barracks.
Bernard Kosolo on the serve again. A very good platform. Let's see how it goes.
What's happening?
They are being very jittery now. Let's see what happens. But one thing that I can tell you is the reception is not coming very well. The ball is not being pushed closer to the setter. This is forcing. Can you see now? Right.
That's another error, and another point going again to Kamuzu Barracks. Do you think now the Wolves are now losing it?
It's a perfect moment to call for a timeout, and that's exactly what the coach did. 9-5, Kamuzu Barracks is leading. At this stage, it's a 4-point game, so it's still okay. They can work with that. You know, they can come back from.
Okay, let's assume kuti sana itanise timeout. Tinene kuti panakachirika chintibu ya zigoli Wolves ikungobolera.
Well, not necessarily, but what is happening is the coach has realized that the team is not playing according to the system. Right, or rather the system that he has put out is not working according to how he wants. So he has additional instructions that he wants to give all of them at the same time. So that's why he's calling out timeout to say, no, Magosana, tabuyana kaya titani, tekambirani. Right? So at that point you tell them, okay, fine, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, and hopefully it brings a point. Usually when it brings a point, the point is for the coach. Let's see if the coach gets the point this time.
Bernard with a serve.
Easy serve. There he goes. Block out. And Wolves get a point.
Wolves get a point in Pironatuluga, but still, that was good defensive play from Kamuzu Barracks. It looks like they worked on their defense in the previous quarter. Defensive, even though Anabamba and quarter manager, but their defense was a little bit jittery.
Yes, they did. They worked better on the block. They are not blocking with 3 men, right? That's a wayward serve from Dedrick Swatch.
Dedrick is akandikachiwiri kuti apange. Do you think kuti mwina asinthe munthu amene azipanga serve?
No, not necessarily. He just has to get his confidence levels up. He's a very good server actually. but he just has to get his confidence levels up. Right now, he's not confident enough. You saw the high toss. It's windy. You can't give that much of a high toss when it's windy like this.
Stevie Banda with the serve. That point will go to Kamuzu Barracks again.
Was he blocked 1v1 by Martin Mzumara, a setter. This is the first time that I've seen this happening, and this is highly unlike Griffin. Griffin is not playing well in this set, in this match, so to speak.
Maybe should he be substituted, Gapena?
Now, the thing is, because the other set he was substituted, and it didn't really give good results. The question that then comes is, if you substitute him, whom do you play, right?
Another goal that's a similar chip from where Bernard Kosolo, many Amabanga Mucha, with the other players. Can we say Abanga influence a similar tactic?
Yes, they have realized that you don't necessarily have to hit hard for you to get a point, right? A point is a point. Point is in Yasa, Amatero. So they are playing it easy. But when Wolves do it, right, when they give those tips, the balls are being retrieved. You see, when
that was Martin Mzumara. That was an error. I think in the first quarter, Mavanga errors in Garamina, but now it's going to what's happened.
No, that was an attempt at a second ball attack. He wanted to get a quick point from the second.
I think that was also a tactic. Mavanga Bernard Congo Banga cheap, but it's not.
You see, in this case, it's just that.
Onekudi apanga serve more tani our Wolves. The umpire had a few words with some of the players on the touchline.
It's actually one of the supporters who's very close to the players, so I think he was just cautioning him that don't get close to the players, right? Free ball given. Let's see if Wolves will use it. Wolves get a point there.
They get a point, and now I think I think that's really vital, because like you say, you shouldn't hit hard, and then we'll see what's going to happen. And now it's Henrik Dominic with a serve.
Yes. Let's see how Henry serves. It's a good serve. Lovely.
That was a nice one from Martin Mzumara, a nice one.
That's what he was trying to do the first time.
The first time,
the first time the ball was a little bit lower, so he failed to connect it properly. But this time, he did it perfectly well.
Very good point indeed. And Amina Najinya Afuna Wambite Martin Mzumara, Anataba Gonogombesa Sonate.
Nicely picked up. Martin sets. Eric slides.
And it's a point to Wolves.
9-13. Wolves is trailing.
The lead is Namba Sojonchi in the second quarter. Zavidirira. And it's a point again to Wolves.
Another point to Wolves. 10-13. Wolves looks like they are coming up. Nigel is on the serve.
We haven't seen Nigel on the serve since the game with Yambi.
And he just fluffs that serve and gives away a free point.
Do you think he deserves to be serving? Because that was his first serve of the game.
Not necessarily. The other time he was serving, but he was not making any impact at all. Right, this time he made 2 points. So the rule of the game is that every player except the libero, every player has to serve. So there is no option there. Right? We see Eric serving there. Nigel goes.
It's a point again to Kamuzu Barracks. Bamenenditu Anango Bloganditu. That was I think that was Obadiah. He's just been recently introduced in the game. But Obadiah has just come in with a huge impact to the game.
Blocking against Griffin, and Griffin just shaking his head.
That was really
Free ball given. Are they going to use it? And they get a point.
Getting another point, and they're just widening the gap now. Like minute in just and again a lead 16-10.
Yes.
Confidence levels are going low for the Wolves.
and the confidence levels are going high for Kamuzu Barracks.
Let's see what's gonna happen. Now they're serving Zikare Motani.
Again. And Ngemba gets it again.
Get a point.
Straight balls to Ngemba, 2 straight points. You understand? That's why I was telling you that Ngemba is their main point getter. Right now they're able to use him, so they are using him, they are utilizing him very well. And it's working out well for Kamuzu Barracks. 7-point lead. Let's see how it goes.
A 7-point lead, we saw it again in the just ended quarter. Finally saw 7-point lead yomwe. Now it looks like what exactly is happening right now? Because it looks like now Wolves is in the first quarter we were like maybe but now they're at par. And then Kamuzu Barracks is playing really hard. But now, what exactly is happening for the Wolves team? They are trailing just like that. Time out. What are some of the tips that you can give to Wolves so that they should change their gameplay and momentum?
Right now, as it stands, Wolves are disjointed. They are playing as individuals. They are not playing as a team. It's not really coming out. Systems are not really coming out. And the players that are normally very efficient are not efficient at all. But Griffin, like I told you, is not playing well at all today. And I can see that the coaches have called Roger to put him on the standby there. We may actually see a change happening. We haven't seen even a single good serve from Griffin today. So that tells you, when you have confidence levels that are high in the players like Eric Mdima and low in players like Griffin Loazi, it tells you a shift, right? And exactly what I said, Griffin is coming out for Roger. Roger is going to serve.
What do you think is the secret behind Kamuzu Barracks? Because now they're now playing well, they're dominating now.
Confidence.
Confidence levels are.
Confidence. It's just confidence, and they're playing their game. They're playing their game.
They're now having a lot of support, even though we know that in the first quarter, where Wolves was playing a lot better than Kamuzu Barracks, they had a huge support. Don't you think that perhaps maybe the support is also demotivating the other side?
Good point there. Good point. That's an ace for Roger there. It didn't come out. It didn't come back. But yes, you have a point. I think at this point the support could easily have been demotivated by the way Wolves is playing. Wolves is not being as clinical as they normally are. They are not being as forceful as they normally are. They are not being as tactical as they normally are. So yeah.
Ndithu ndimene Wolves ikumenyera ndithu block yabwino imene kuchokera kwa Dedrick zimene zapangitsa ndithu kuti Wolves ikhale ndithu ikupeza point kukhala pa 13 ku 17 ndipo 17 yo ikupita kumeneko ku Kamuzu Barracks, 13 ili ku Wolves ndipo Kamuzu Barracks still dominating, Wolves playing catch up. And apa afuna apange serve tuone kuti zikhale motani. And then that's just also another point ya ulele ya kupita, making it 18 kwa timu imene ya Kamuzu Barracks kuti ipeze mapoint 18 ndipo timu imene ya Wolves ipeze mapoint ocheperapo. Ndipo tikhaiti kuona ndithu kuti akhale akupanga serve anzathu amene wa Kamuzu Barracks Esau Muhone amakhali ma serve abwino ndithu. Nigel akumapekera so mipira yabwino. Dedrick amasisa ndithu kuti azibwera ndi mapangi and to come up with the goal. Coach Simba, Nigel and Dedrick, good combination.
Very good combination indeed. Dedrick is ideally a very hard hitter. He's a very hard hitter as you have seen. And when he's playing from, at this point he's playing P2, so he's playing mainly as a left-sided attacker. He normally tries to go diagonal, right? Now the idea is if you get a hold of his ball, normally it's a block out or you block it into your own net because it's very hard, right? But once or twice they manage to block him, right? Tony is there. Let's see if it works.
Ndi point inaso ya Kamuzu Barracks. Kamuzu Barracks is going ngati kuti masewera amba kwako mena ndithu is making it 19-14. That's a 5-point lead. set ngati mene takhala tikuoneramo, ndipo Alvin Samba Bololonda amene akhale akupanga serve tikhale tikuona kuti zikhala motani pamene Kamuzu Barracks ndithu yamano kutsogolanso again with a 5-point lead.
But you see 99 getting very silly points. That's a fault. That's a handling fault there, called on the setter by the first ref. But I was saying, you see 99 getting points from zone 4, right? Zone 4 is a high. You get a high ball there, and every one of the blockers will see that it's going that side, so they have enough time to get there, right? The fact that he is managing to penetrate actually means we have a problem there. Wayward setting, free ball given.
And it's a point to Wolves.
Double touch. They failed to execute that. They almost had it. The net was jealousy there.
Had it been kuti unadusa over the net, I don't believe kuti anakaugwira amene.
2015.
5 points gap again. And service ya Kudaso from Kudakwache. Is it? Yeah, Kudakwache service ya Mufuta nditu. And then it's a point again to Kamuzu Barracks in the Yenga Yudi Panova Kali Akutsogola with 21 points to 15. Ndipo pamenepo amene akhala kupanga serve in the Obadiah Chifunga.
As it stands, Kamuzu Barracks look like they are set to take the set. I don't know if Wolves has something in their sleeve.
Yeah, so I think Kamuzu Barracks pamene amapanga introduce Obadiah Chifunga, replacing him with Bernard Kosolo. I think there was a need kuti mwina asinthe tactic, mwina anaona ngati kuti aatulukira ndi mene akumachinyira muja with the chips.
Yes indeed. But can you see the
and it hits the net, and it's another point given to Kamuzu Barracks. Again, they have 23 points to 16. Now they're still leading.
That was almost interesting. But can you see now that when Dedrick Swatch went to serve, instead of hitting a top spin, he went for a flop this time because he's been trying and he's been failing. Good platform by Johnny. Good set.
Again, Dedrick Watch hits the net. A point also given to Kamuzu Barracks. They're still leading with a lot of points right now.
23-16, Kamuzu Barracks is leading. This looks dead and dusted right now.
It's all bad now for the Wolves side, yeah?
It's not looking good. And you can even hear the support singing, "Take me higher to another level." Kamuzu Barracks is playing at a higher level right now, way higher than Wolves. But let's see how it ends. It's never over until the Fat Lady sings.
But the Wolves have got a lot of players who still haven't seen the ball. They still haven't played. Do you think that maybe they should make a lot of substitutions so that they should change this? Now we're seeing there is a substitution, and that's got to be Donny Mwenechanya being replaced by Dalit. So how impactful is that substitution?
Donny is not a center blocker. Dali is a center blocker. So when he was coming in on a defensive position for the center blocker. So now he's supposed to be in front, so the center blocker is coming back in. So that's the correct substitution to be making. And then you see
that was a bang from Mdima. He does that, yeah?
Yes, he is. He has been very good in this set. No doubt about that. He's been very good. You know, we can't take this away from him. The young man has been training very hard and he's been improving every game. So I think he's deserving the game time that he's getting right now. For Kamuzu Barracks, they are left with 1 point, and Martin Mzumara flashed that.
Martin Mzumara again flops, but nonetheless it's been coming up on the massive abu, you know. I mean, we just have to accept he's been serving really good for Kamuzu Barracks.
So let's see if they will finish it on side out. Martin says, and they finish it on side out. And guess who? It's Eric Mdima.
Eric Mdima with the bang. I think he Tingompasa nickname could Mr. Bang.
For right now, he's doing a very good job.
Doing a very good job. He's Mr. Banger now. That's my nickname for him.
Arguably the best player on the court so far as today is concerned. Everybody else is failing to turn up.
Now It's 2-1, a lead now, official lead for Kamuzu Barracks.
Don't get me wrong, Wolves is star-studded, right? They have a lot of stars, but today they just haven't come to the party, right? There is need for the team to start playing cohesively. Existence right now, the team is not playing cohesively, and unfortunately, if they play like this again in this third set, this will be our final set.
Final set. Now let's talk about Kamuzu Barracks. They've impressed in the second quarter and the third quarter. We're going into the fourth quarter. Tell me about it.
Well, Kamuzu Barracks started doing the simple things right? You remember the time when I was doing the simple things, blocking and defending and reception. They've done that very well. Now, for you to be able to set up your attackers to attack, you need very good reception. If you're not getting the reception, you can't do anything, right? It will be difficult, unless, or in most cases, you'll be playing out of system. Now, Wolves is being forced to play out of system because it's not receiving, right? So, out of system play is not working out for them. They need to play in system, so they need to receive. Kamuzu Barracks, on the other hand, are receiving very well. You can see that the coach is not even bothering to talk to the players because they are doing the simple things right, getting the points and moving on with life. That's how they are getting.
What should Kamuzu Barracks do in an effort to maintain consistency?
At this point in time, I would like to see Consola coming back in, unless if he's injured, of course. But I'm not seeing anything to suggest that he's injured.
Previously, by that time when he was down, I think there was something to do with his elbow or his knee. I think he was down for quite some time, like 2 minutes.
I can actually see him limping. Can you see the way he's holding that knee right now? His right knee. So it may be niggling and giving him problems. The way he's walking right now, he actually looks like he has a limp. But I would have loved to see him come back in because his experience and the way he looks for points is exactly what they need.
Preparations are hectic and need support. This is why Kanema Online is here to help you lessen the stress. Guess what? Let Kanema Online produce your weddings absolutely for free and enjoy the free wedding rite. We don't end there. Invite us for your engagements as well and let your memories carry weight. Terms and conditions apply. Start.
The Giants, since it's a rivalry, it's also a derby for these two. Now tikaitu kuona ndithu kuti chichitika ndi chani komano pa timu imeneyi ya Kamuzu Barracks zikuoneka ngati kuti mphunzitsi wawo sanali oyigwiragwira timu imeneyi kuti mwina akhale akusinthasintha zinthu ameneyi nda Akhima Mangani. Ndipo apa tikhale ndithu tikuona kuti kodi Wolves kodi ikhoza kubwerera ndi cholinga chakuti mwina they should get a point back chifukwa chokuti seti imene yangotayi iwowa agonja, ndipo zimenezi zikupangitsa kuti iwowa azigonja 2-1 chifukwa seti yoyambirira anali yakuwina komano quarter yachi number 2 komanso quarter yachi number 3 zaoneka kuti Kamuzu Barracks ndimene yasintha the narrative. Kamuzu Barracks ndimene yasintha china chilichonse ndi cholinga chakuti iwo akhale akutsogola. Ndi tsopano tione kuti zinthu zikhala motani, ndipo pamenepo ndi Martin Mzumara amene akuyeneka kuti akhale akupanga serve kuti quarter imeneyi yachi number 4 yachi number 4 tikhale tikuona kuti yachiweruzo makamaka titero kuti amene tikhale tikuona kuti atapambane ni ndani. Coach
Mzanga Romeo, what happens with volleyball is volleyball temasewera ma set 5, not 4, ma set 5.
simukuona kuti mwina akapanga dominate in this quarter tikhoza kunena kuti katswiri ndi amene chifukwa akusogola ndi zigoli ziwiri.
Malopo is 2-1. So if Kamuzu Barracks wins, it means because it's first to 3. Once Kamuzu Barracks gets to 3, game is finished. They have won. However, if Wolves come back and win this set, then we are going to go into a decider that will not finish at 25 but will finish at 15. Yeah.
Amazing. Tsopano ndimene zikhale zikuchitikira ndi tsopano senza kuti Wolves by any means yeneka ipange utilize this quarter chifukwa kwa iwo tikhozana kuti ndi yachiweruzo.
If they lose, if they don't play well, then this could be the end of the road.
The end of the road, Coach Simba says ndithu apo ndimene ikuchitira ndipo Obadiah kungogoletsa ndithu. Obadiah zikuoneka ngati kuti it was really a good change for Kamuzu Barracks pamenepo ndithu kupangitsa kuti ikhale 2 goals to 1 kuti timu imeneyi ikhale kutsogola ndithu.
Yeah, it's still they are going with the same formula, right? Getting the easy points. Wolves is still giving free balls and they are getting punished. In this case, they managed to block. That was a monster block from Kudakwashe Kandanda, and they got the point. So it's 2-2 now. Let's see how this goes. Ken Kasasi on the serve. He floats the ball. John Hara receives. Martin Mzumara. Good hit from Esau Ngemba Mone and gets a block touch, manages to get the point.
That was a really, really nice bang that we're seeing from Esau Muhone. Now he has to serve.
Yes, Ngemba is serving now. Let's see what Wolves can do to respond to that. Good serve. Griffin receives. Nigel goes and he's blocked. Nigel goes again, gives it to Griffin, and Griffin is defended. The ball is defended. 90, no cross.
Anaisetsa kwa Muhone kuti mwina mpira usatuluke kapena kuti usanjanje mukota yawo ndi yenga chakuti mwina asatwa Wolves akhale akupeza point, but tikhozana kuti kota imeneyi ayamba bwanja Nyamata.
The referee had already called for a no cross because the attack from 99 had not crossed the net, but still it's a point to Wolves. It's a KG affair, point for point. Let's see how it goes. KB is defending very well. One thing that Wolves is failing to do, very simple ball there. You see, it's not a hard hit, but Wolves fail to pick it up. However, the hard hits that are coming from Wolves, KB is speaking. So if they don't block, then their second line defense is playing very well. You understand? So it's that's why I was saying it's going to be very difficult to see a way out. Good block from 99, but it's a block out. Could I hit the ball with all his power there?
Now it's a tie again, 4-4, and I can see a few players warming up for Kamuzu Barracks. Do you think now they have to change it? They should continue where they left the other court?
At this point, I highly doubt a change is going to be made. But look, what I was talking about, good defense. The ball is back and it's in. It goes out. It goes out for a point to KB.
Ndima again coming up with his usual bangers, but this time around is one ngati kuti amutolera kuti akumasera yonche, and then they are now being able to defend Wolves.
Yes, they are trying to defend them, but however, not fully. That's a fault there. The ref didn't see it. That's a fault. Now he saw it. That's a fault. He stepped on the line. That's a line fault. Right, and Kamuzu Barracks is opened a 2-point lead. 6-4 they're leading.
6-4 leading. In the fourth quarter, kumayambiriro pamene Kamuzu Barracks ikutsogola apo ndithu the Wolves. Koma ameneyo watete Mzumara.
Second time. This is the second time. Martin Mzumara blocks Griffin Lwazi one-on-one. This is something that should never happen. Right? Griffin is one of the best attackers in the country. Right? Martin is a setter. Not that Martin is not very good. He's also very good, probably the best setter in the country as well. But as an attacker like that, you cannot just hit straight into the hands of the setter like that and get blocked. It can't happen. It's happened the second time. And we are seeing Ken losing a reception there. Something that never really happens. He has lost. The ball is served. It's a float, not a hard serve, but he fails to control.
Now tsopano afuna kuti mwina auzeko mawu awiri atatu ndi chilenga chakuti mwina zinthu zikhale zikusintha. Wolves still same narrative, momwe muja masewera muja zikuvutabe, composure mwina, confidence, asinthako ma player, but still zioneka ngati kuti chemistry sikuyenda.
Panopa sizili bwino for Wolves. Their game plan is not flowing the way it should be, and I can tell you without a doubt that they are missing the services of their head coach Sakurai Mbanda, who has recently been transferred from Malawi to Zimbabwe, because I'm pretty sure if he was there he would have had a way of motivating the players to up their game. Right now his assistant Tawanda Pamire is the one who's in charge. He's trying, he's tried, he's scored the right moves, he's scored the right substitutions, he's scored the right timeouts, but it's just not working today.
So in a nutshell, the technical panel is also contributing to the way the team is playing right now. Can we say that maybe the preparation was a little bit lackluster?
Right at this point in time, you really can't say. Wolves were affected in their preparation with the basketball tournament that's happening, but that is not an excuse for a team of this magnitude. The balls are being blocked. Can you see what's happening there? Free balls are being given, right? Let's see what happens.
Everyone knew that he's going to come up on Dima with a bang like that.
Yes, but you see now, Wolves is giving too many free balls. Kamuzu Barracks is trying by all means not to give a free ball, right? And because they are being forceful, they are getting a lot of points, right? That's why we are at 5-8 right now. But Wolves, they're trying to play, make sure, and give away 3 points, and hoping to block. But the block is not working. We already talked about 2 things that are not working for Wolves today. The block is not working. Can you see? That's another free ball given.
Another free ball, and then they would want to give it. But still, they've utilized that free ball, and then they've come up with the point, Wolves.
Good point by Nigel right now. It looked like it was a free ball, but that was a second ball attack from the setter. So very good point. 6-8. That's the score right now. Let's see if we can.
Griffin Razi with the serve. And then that was a bad one.
Not working out. So far, he has put in only 1 serve, and it's really not looking good.
Now, Obadiah to come up with the serve.
99 actually, Steve Banda.
Yes,
good reception. Bokuda, that's another fault, right? Line fault. He keeps stepping on the line, right? As long as he steps on the line, it's a fault. And today, it's just not working out, right? That's usually a very good point outlet for Wolves. Today, it's not to be.
And then another lead. They're still opening up that lead. Now it's 11-6. That's a huge lead again.
Yes. I think at this point in time, Wolves has resigned themselves to the fact that they have lost this one. I don't see any fight in them. I don't see any resolve in them. I don't see energy in them. I don't see any attempt actually to try and make things different.
Substitutions didn't work.
The substitutions are not working, and
they call for a timeout so that maybe they should, seize the fire that's coming from Kamuzu Barracks.
Well, a timeout will only give them 30 seconds to talk strategy, right? But right now, they need more than just talking strategy. Everything is not working. The serves are not working. That's a wayward serve right there. 12-7. That's the score right now. Even if you look at the bench, they are in a state where they are saying the game.
They all feel that this is their doomsday now, yeah?
Yes. Now goes again, gets a tip again, and gets another point. But he cannot do it alone. He can't continue doing it alone. He is now at the backcourt. He is serving. The guys in the front court, they need to wake up and attempt more, get more points.
Nigel with it.
Nigel on the serve, good reception, right? Eric smacks it straight into the net, gives away a point to Wolves.
His bank didn't work this time around. He's been doing that for quite some time now, but zikuoneka ngati kuti ababa zinavutirapo for him to utilize that chance so that he should come up with a point.
Yes. Another serve, good block, free ball given, and they're attacked.
That was Esau on it with another good bang and another good goal from Kamuzu Barracks.
That's what happens when you give away a free ball, right? You give away a free ball against a team like KD.
So it's still
Where you have Eric playing well, you get it. You can't afford to give a free ball.
so. Where now the point? Where is it going? Now the point goes to Wolves. At least they're catching up. It's only a three-point lead, but let's see what's gonna happen. Again, Obadiah. That was a nice bang, wasn't it?
It was absolutely lovely. It was a very good play. I was mesmerized there for a second. But you see now, because now they were used to Obadiah getting in and chipping, like what did he do this time? He went in and he hit, and he got the point. Very good work, very good play from Kamuzu Barracks, and they've been doing that a lot.
Wow, that was a massive hit, a massive hit. He's got it. That was Griffin Razi, yeah? Griffin, that was massive.
That is the Griffin that we know. That is the Griffin that we know. The Griffin who looks for a point. The Griffin who puts power. The Griffin who wants to win, right? Let's see if we are going to get something good from there. A change is coming in. 99, Steve 99 Banda is going out and is being replaced by Kelvin Piri, the 17-year-old.
We saw them, the players that amapanga warm up ndi tukwantawe ya Italy. I believe kuti mwina this will be an impactful change. How do you know the player and how do you think is going to change the momentum?
The player is a very good player. The player is a very good player.
Asintha ndithu mwina akasewedwe makamaka nkhani za attacking kufa kuona kuti amuyika tu pamene pakuti mwina azithandizana ndi achina Obadiah.
Yes, he has gone into the front court. Let's see when he gets his chance how impactful he's going to be as far as the attack is concerned. But he's going straight into the opposite role. Let's hope that
Ndima, I mean, everyone expected him. I wonder kuti Wolves ikinachitika ndiyani. The whole players seemed like they were transfixed. Anangomudikirira kuti apange attack.
He's actually attacking from way deep into the backcourt. Right? They have enough time to look at the ball. They have enough time to move. They have enough time to react to the ball. But they are failing to do it right. Right. Khalil Chimpeni coming in with a good chop there.
It's a point again for the Wolves side, so that maybe they should start catching up with their colleagues Kamuzu Barracks Pamenepo.
They make one, they lose three. Not looking good for Wolves.
12-16.
Can you see the young man?
The young man who was just introduced. This Kevin Perry, the 17-year-old.
He's very good. Look at the jump. Look at the way he expresses himself. And look at the joy on his face even as he plays. He enjoys it.
So I think ever since Bernard Adangotuluka, pamasowekera player with such capability, of course we saw Obadiah coming in, but we still haven't seen a young star, the caliber of Bernard. So I believe that Kervin qualify to be in that category. And now he goes again. Exactly what he did, exactly to what Bernard was doing. You can even see Bernard is even cheering him. I think Anampanga TV.
He gets a very, very free, very simple point. You know, when a person is coming for attack, if you watch his hand, you will be able to see that this hand is going to hit or this hand is going to tip, right? And they're failing to read. They're failing to move according to that. And we are nowhere as far as fighting for this game is concerned, right? Like I told you, 12-18, Wolves is resigned that they're going to lose this one. And let me tell you, if KB win this one at 3-1, it means they get 3 points and Wolves get 0 points. And that would be a huge scalp for KB.
Right, let's see kuti zikhale motani komano chigawo chimenechi Wolves ikagonja ndekuti zawo siziyenda bwino chifukwa chigawo chinacho mwina angokhala cha ceremony koma Kelvin Phiri wachinyanso. Kelvin Phiri wabwera ndi mphamvu. Kelvin Phiri has brought in a lot of impact to the team.
And he is going the same way, same direction, same hand, same jump, and he rolls the ball onto the same position and still he gets a point.
Wow, that's Kelvin Phiri. I wonder kuti mwina sana mulowetsere nje kumayambiriro nthawi manager in that quarter imene Kamuzu Barracks inali ikupanga trail. They tried defending, komano eventually Alvin Sambo sana kwanise nditu kuugwira bwinobwino kuti mwina usalowe like giving a point ku timu imene ya Wolves. Komabe that's a point for Wolves. It makes it 13-19.
That was a good point from Rogers. He goes to serve and he serves straight into
makungomenya tsaneti ndipo Kamuzu Barracks kusangalala. They get another point. They makes it 20. Imene yotaziba yoka.
Unfortunately.
It's a 7-point gap. Zimene zikuchitika. Good serve. One kuti zikhale motani.
Net touch. Called by the ref there, and Wolves get a point.
That makes it 14. At least mwina 6-point gap, but still Kamuzu Barracks, they look composed. They look kuti zawo zikuenda komano tikhetu kuona kuti zathu amene wa Wolves akhala kupanga bwanje ndi choyenga chakuti mwina abwerere umpire ndithu kuyankhula ziwiri zitatu ndi osewera pamenepo pamene masewero akhala ayima kaye pang'ono chabe ndipo ndimene zikukhalira coach Simba. Kamuzu Barracks the third quarter apitiriza ndithu ndi consistency imene anali nayo amakamaka the fourth quarter from the second quarter. The 2 quarters ababa apitiriza ndi mmene amasewera.
And unfortunately Wolves has also continued playing exactly the same way they were playing, right? Serves into the net, right? Wayward reception and 0 block. So it has opened the door for Kamuzu Barracks to win. All they needed to do was to capitalize, and Kamuzu Barracks has done exactly that. Capitalized on the mistakes that Wolves is making, and free ball, right? Good ball there. Let's see how it goes.
That was very good defending and a good jump. Ndima again with a big bang, just like the way he's been doing it. Ndima.
I have nothing to say.
So it looks like now Ndima is totally destroying his opponents. He's been doing that for like a while now.
Eric has been playing a blind at this set. I think in the second set, I told you that Eric is probably arguably the man of the match, right? But one thing that you need to also appreciate is that it's not only an issue of Eric playing well. It's an issue of the whole team combining and coming up very well. You see the second line defense there, right? Henry, he basically hit on a free net. There was no block, but the defense was good. Right? They picked that ball. The ball was set by a person who's not a setter. Right? The middle blocker is the one who actually set that ball. And Eric came and complemented that with a hit. Right? That's teamwork. That's the hunger that a team is supposed to show. That's the kind of play that we want to see with the play with these teams. And that's what's happening right now. And I can tell you, KB deserves to be where they are right now because they are playing well, right? And Wolves deserves what's coming to them because they haven't clicked in this set. They haven't clicked in this game. And it is what it is.
Exactly, it is what it is. Apa tione tsopano kuti set imene akhale akuipanga bwanji Martin Mzumara ndipo libero wawo ndithu akuzatenga. What a good point from Nigel, and that was really a clever one if no one expected it from Kamuzu Barracks.
Also, the rotation that is Henry, Ken and Nigel has really been costly in terms of points. Right? It has not given as many points as it should have given. Right? Why am I saying that? We have found many a times Nigel trying to make the points because every time he's giving the ball, either it's being given as a free point or it's being defended. You understand? It's different from when we have Koda in front or even when we were having Griffin in front. Right? But right now, they have put in 3 huge blockers in the mold of there's Henry Dominic, there is Dimbo, Dedrick Swatch, and then there's Kulakwashe Kandanda. All of them are front court. Let's see if they can combine to block and get points. That's the first time. Let's see the second time. They go again. The block comes in. It's put up. Let's see. Goal number 3. It goes to Eric this time. And
the point is gone to Kamuzu Barracks.
Dedrix is complaining about an infringement there. Dedrix is complaining about an infringement. The second ref is smiling, non-committal. But the point goes to Kamuzu Barracks. 23-15.
That was some good volleyball over there. Anayesetsa kuti mpira usatuluke, anayesetsa kuti mpira aliyese asachinyitse. It was perfect, and Dominic now making another blunder.
Smashes it straight into the net, and this is 24-15. This is set point. This is match point. And if Kamuzu Barracks gets a point here, game over. They would have won 3-1.
Ngati mene nanenera muja kuti kota yachiweruzo ndi imeneyi, and then let's see kuti chichitike ndi chani.
Free ball given. Let's see how it goes. Tip, set up picks. Ball is set. Kulakwashe. Well,
that's a point to Wolves.
The game wasn't going to end without Kulakwashe at least reminding these guys what he can do.
Exactly.
And he's come at the right moment just to remind them that, yeah,
I'm still around.
You're winning this one, but I'm still the man.
But nonetheless, let's give it up for Ndima from Kamuzu Barracks. He's really impressed.
He's arguably the man of the match, most valuable player. That's what we call them in volleyball, MVP.
Initially, I thought that Nigel was going to be the dominant force, but nonetheless, he's been just contributing more, like coming up with the assists so that his colleagues should come up with the points for Wolves.
No, the kind of heart that Nigel has been playing with has not been complemented by his team. Right? His team has not come to the party. That's the unfortunate part.
Chigawo yachiweruzo chija ndi chimenechi pamene Wolves zikuoneka kuti atengaso chigawo chimenechi, and that's what it is.
In a very painful manner, because that's a rotational fault. The game is ending on a rotational fault. I mean, that's the worst thing that can happen. And losing against KB, you can hear now they are singing Mwana and Mwana. And for as far as today is concerned, for sure,
So in a nutshell, we can say that Kamuzu Barracks really deserved it. Okay, we saw in the first quarter, Kuti Wolves was playing really well. They dominated, but all of that is nango sinta. I wonder kuti chinachitika ndi chani. Sana vitirize momentum imene anali nayo in the first quarter. Ka chinachitika ndi chani. What do you think happened? Chifukwa in the quarter yoyambirira anayamba kusera bwino, but zinangovuta kwina all of a sudden.
Well, cohesion. I can tell you, Wolves was not playing as a team. The teamwork was not there. They were not fighting for each other. They were not using a combined force to try and get this game. You understand? Something that Kamuzu Barracks was doing, right? They were playing as a team. They were playing very well. They have shown the guys in front were blocking, the guys at the back were defending. Everything was just working out very well for me. You understand? It's not even about Eric Mdima attacking, because even when Bernard Kosolo was going with the tips, he was still getting the points, right? It's not like we can say, no, they were banging, so they won. No. In terms of hard hits, I can actually tell you that the hardest hits we saw came from Wolves, from Kudakwashe, from Daedrix, and from Griffin. Those were the guys who were hitting hard. But we had Bernard Kosolo, right, coming with the tips, and we had Obadiah coming in with the same. And we saw the young kid when he came in, Kelvin, when he came in, he did exactly the same thing, and they were getting the points. So at the end of the day, it was not really about hard hitting or what. Wolves did not play as a team. Wolves were not playing with the unity of a team.
Alright, ndithu apo ndimene masewero amene akhalira. It was a derby. Matimu awiri amene ndithu atambitsana. Taona kuti amene wapwetekeka ndi ndani pamene Kamuzu Barracks 3 ndipo Wolves 1. It's a retribution. Chifukwa game imene imayamba kumambiriro tinaona there was the lady side imene Kamuzu Barracks lost with a similar scoreline, but now it's kuoneka kuti for the men's side akuoneka abweza chipongwe.
I told you, if you beat our ladies, we'll beat your men. That was the message. So it has happened like that. But I can tell you that Kamuzu Barracks looked like they wanted it more. And they really, really wanted this. Even yesterday, they sent out a post warning, saying we are coming to get you. And indeed, they came and they have gotten Wolves. Very good 3 points for Kamuzu Barracks, and I'm pretty sure it moves them up the points table. However, at this point, my friend Romeo, I think we need to have
a conversation with the coaches.
Yeah, with the coaches. I'm pretty sure we'll start with Coach Godwin Mangani, who is the coach for Kamuzu Barracks. But viewers, stay tuned. We're going to bring you the coach for Wolves as well, Tawanda Nzugi Pamire. And as time goes on, I think it is only fair that we also get a few words from the man of the match, Eric Mdima. I think
he really did impress, because from the way I was saying it, I think he just deserves it. I mean, he played really well. He dominated the whole game, coming up with the bangs. In fact, I've even given him a nickname, Mr. Banger.
No, it's aptly given, because he did well. He played well. I mean, we cannot run away from that, right? We cannot run away from that. Yes.
So now we just be waiting for the coaches that they should come over here, and then we have a brief chat with them so that we should understand how their gameplay was like, exactly how it went, because there were a lot of things that we saw in the game that we need some explanation from one of them. Masewero anaenda motani. Yes coach, masewero ndi amenewo poyambirira mwina tafotokozani kuti kweni mukuona ngati kuti chisisi chinali pati kuti mpaka nazifike pamene.
Kwambiri ndikhozana nati inali training, because taphunzirapo ziwiri zitatu anzathu wa first round anatichinya ndi tinafuna kuti tiyuze my weakest point amene anawoyo kuti tigwisa ntchito yoti ngapange bwanji. That is why made napita ku training week inoyo kuyambira Monday, because we didn't rest them atamaliza game last week. Tinauza bionena kuti tikuyamba Monday training because we were playing with Wolves. Wolves in the arch rivals. I cannot say good my rivals because we have so many rivals. Komano makani ma arch rivals. Ame ife panopo tumana kuti ndi Wolves pa Central Region panopo. So we trained. Tinaiona timu yawo kuti kodili bwanji. Ndauza mbili Wolves and ma player abwino. I Mosa Bisa and because kwamba za Kuda is a very good player. You can see the discipline here as akakauta limokoti. You can see how he plays. Refa akayimba sinopeza kudandaula. Ndeti mayangana kuti kodi ma player amene walimu angati. Akumenya no bwanji game yawo. You see the game yema kayo sangalasa. Koda akumenya bwanji ma points ambira panga ndiyeyo. Timpanga diffuse bwanji wakabwera ku 10 let's work on block. block akumenya pati, he's always hitting his balls away from the net. Away from the net ngambloke bwanji. Ina akamadusa pa 5-10 Josepo ni 3 iwili ipite. So ndikoza chachi ku United training komanso naye sasa kwa train sama guys endurance. Okay, tika maize endurance pa usilikali timatika maize endurance timayuza akili. Ndeli munthu watopa kwambiri endurance ija ukanika kuyuza komabe kunika wonjezerebe kena kake. Tunaona okay ngati anzatu amene ama civilian asewera mpaka na masede amene wawa. Ifeyo ngati asilikali tiyuze kamene koko extra energy kuti mpaka na game iti win.
Onjezera kwa Kevin Pili zinaoneka ngati kuti game inazasintha pamenepo. Kweni inu simunamulowese kumambiri amene mumagonja munja bwanji mwamwika kumaverovero kuti azangomaliza game imene china chika ndi chatafotokoza.
As a coach nthawi zambiri umakhala ndi game plan. Umakhala ndi ma player amene ukamenyesera ku training ndi mene akumamenya game. Pali ma player ena ake ku training akhoza kumenya bwino kwambiri kumabwera ku game osamenya bwino. Ndi iweyo ngati coach umakhala ndi plan yako ndi ma player anga ndi awa akumenya bwanji. Ko ndi game imene ndikaseweresayi game ingasewese bwanji. Ndifake tono ati okay mulowe 99 that's Steve Banda. Steve Banda ntambira mwanzo atamenya mpira wako mphamvu because he is energetic. Koma ano apeza kuti pena paka mabwera be pang'ono. That's why ndimafuna kuti mweze munthu wina wako nati akapita asakapita ndi zimphamvu yayi. Akapita mpira wake awike mu space. Cause it namuza pemene popeza space pemene tukanika kupagwiza ntchito ndi pakati. Ubzika mabwera kuti kupita ku defend pakati apa mbuyo pa block amasiyapo. Zimene zachita kwambiri matimu ambiri. Ndiye tinaona ngati kuti tikamulisa Kevin ndikumpasa upangiri umene ujawo akabwera amazathandiza. Ndiye tinaona atata lowa ye uja it worked. Koma siti nakaisinda game yoyamba je 40 major nali yoyamba ti aone kuti ali bwanji kuti amene ajawo akhale ngati kuti tempo ya game izolowera then tipite ndio mwe aja tone masete nawo tikhala tipanga motani.
Simba ni ndifuso. Tauze. Ai ndifuso. Afuna kuti amve kuti zuka motani.
Congratulations, coach. This was a very good game.
I don't know whether to address you as a coach or...
No, I'm not a coach.
Oh, right. Thank you very much.
Right. Two things. Yeah. Right. Two people actually. Bernard Consol. He played very well until he got injured, I think. But we all know what Consol can do with his experience and everything. But what do you have to say about Eric Ndima? I think he played the best game of his life today.
Yeah, each and every time when you are playing Wolves, without beating about the bush, it's always Eric Ndima and the Esau Muhone. These guys, even when you are in our camp, they always say we're playing Wolves, I have to gear up. At least I have to step on my game. So from the word go, from Monday when we started our training, we had to give him a special training whereby Seta has to be there, giving high balls, so that we are giving Macon. Okay, you have to hit it here, you have to hit it here, if the block is coming here. So it's like training it worked well with him. That is why today he came out and he was outstanding. The same as the Ngemba. Ngemba, if you were here, if you watched him his last game, he performed poorly. With the training we had, of course he's in school, we had to ask him to come on Wednesday. We have been with him from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's why today you have seen what there was the change. But without beating up the push, Eric Ndima, he's the man of the match. He was the man to watch.
Thank you very much.
Tatokoza kwambiri coach kamba kanthani. Apa ndithu tutenika kuti timveko. All right. Tutenika kuti timveko kumbali imene ya ku team imene ya Wolves. So I'm here with a coach for Wolves. Tough day, coach. You've lost, but you started winning. What happened?
Yeah, it was just a bad day in the office. With too many unforced errors, per se. According to our game plan, we managed to putting them out of system. But it's just today they were good playing out of system, the other team. So they managed beat us, especially on our service, managing 16 service errors, 17 attack errors, and 11 faults. So it means they won 100 points, but we gave them 50 for free.
You lost composure, can we say?
I can't say composure, but I just say it was just a bad day. Our main attackers were not there today. They were off form. I don't know the reason why, but we managed to fight. I can say. Yeah.
We saw in the coming in of Nigel. He was assisting to come up with good points from your side, but still it did not tick. Explain.
Yeah. Him being a setter, he did his job. He did his job very well. But now the problem was we didn't manage to score on attack. We had plenty, as I said, attack errors, managing 17 errors. Hey, that's too much. Yeah. So our scoring ratio was way less than the opponents.
So how are you going to rectify these errors in your upcoming assignments?
I think there's nothing much to do. It's just the attitude and sticking to the game plan. That's all. Yeah.
My colleague Simba has got a question.
Coach, you have picked on two things. You said your attackers did not come to the game today, and you talked about the attitude, right? What I picked out was that the team was not cohesive. They did not play as a team. They were not fighting for each other, right? So would you say that this is an area of concern as far as Wolves is concerned? Are we going to see many more games where we are going to be having attitude issues or your attackers not coming to the court? Because quite frankly, we have very good attackers like Griffin, who was being blocked one-on-one by a setter.
So I go back to my point of attitude. It's just in their minds. You know, these players, I think they had high expectations. So when they were shut down, they literally went off. So volleyball is a game of mind. You need to be strong. So I think that's the area we need to work on more. The mental problem, yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Coach. We're sorry for the loss. We hope you do better next time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Coach. Yeah. Ndithu tumo ndimene akufotokozera ndithu mphunzitsi ameneyo wa timu imeneyi ya Wolves, ndipo padakali pano tifuna ndithu kuti tikhalenso tikuyeza ndi anthu osiyanasiyana kuti tione kuti masewero amenewa akukhala bwanji. Ine ndimakudziwa bwino kuti ndinu mmodzi mwa atsogoleri a timu imeneyi ya Wolves, koma padakali pano kuti ndikupangana address bwanji auze na Malawi zikhala bwanji pa introduction iyo.
Ine tsopano ndafika pano ngati wapampando wa Central Region Volleyball League amene tikuyang'anira masewera amenewa amene tikuyendesa masewera amenewa chigawo chino chapakati ndithudi.
Ayi ndithu mene akufotokozeramo tsopano ndifuna ndimve kwa inuyo masewero alero ndi rival ya matimu amene amakhala ndithu akakumana, imakhala game yopatsa chidwi, game imene aliyese akaona amakhala ndithu ali ndi mtima wake jogo. Masewero amene mukongowafotokoza bwanji inu mmene munakhala ku mastandi ndimangoonelera amene zinthu zikuyendera?
Ife masewero ata tinanjoya, takondwa mutha kuonanso anthu onse amene anabwera pano kuzasewera kapena kuzaonera akondwera kwambiri chifukwa chokuti ndi mmene mwanenera amene anali ma champion last season komanso amene anali owatsatira. Izi zikungoonesa kuti masewera athu akupita patsogolo. Kuchokera last season titha kuona kuti amene anali ma champion lero aluza, koma first round amene anali ma champion anapambana. Ndezi kungoonesa kuti ligi yathu ikupita patsogolo, muli competition yabwino kwambiri moti pano tikumakhala tikumaona kuti tikamamaliza season kuti tikamatumiza matimu poti tifunika matimu 4 oti apite kuma national tournament, tikuchita kusowa kuti kodi tisankha ati chifukwa choti pali competition yabwino kwambiri. Ichi ndi chimene ife timafuna kuti ligi ikhale very competitive, kuti anthu azitha kuonera masewera osangalatsa ndithudi.
Thokoza kwambiri. Ayi ndithu tumo ndimene akufotokoza ndithu mtsogoleri ndithu wa Central Region Volleyball. Ndithu ndifuna kodi player ucha
we have to wait for the most valuable player of this game.
Ndipo pada
I mean I've seen him play, right? At some point in time I was even telling him, giving him tips. Eric, as you approach you need to do this, as you hit you need to do this, you know, right? But the way he has played today, I'll be very honest with you, I've never seen him play like that. I've never seen him being that efficient, and I have never seen him being that prolific. I can tell you without a shadow of doubt that if he continues in that vein, he is going to be one of the best players in the country as of now. We are waiting for Eric. Eric is coming right now.
Chabwino ndithu. Ayi ndithu pamene tikudikirira kuti player ameneyi makamaka akubwera chaposekedwa apa. Mr. Ndima, welcome. Tinaona masewero opambana kwambiri. Ifeyo titakhala pasi tinazaona kuti man of the match masewero amenewa ndi ino. Choyambirira mayeya ndi abwanje mphatso imene.
Ineyo ndayendera bo. Ndiso ndikuthokoza kwa amene anapanga organize kuti ndikhale oyimirira like masewera zomwe kwambiri.
Masewera ni mphamvu.
Basi wikhada muziwa kale tiweke tigwe ntchito.
What was the secret behind all this? You played amazingly, fantastically. Even my colleague will say that. Chinakupangisa hiyo ndi jani?
Basi sanga zimambira ku training. Training ngandipanga motivate. Usofa ndipitirize. Kutraining ngandipanga bwino, usondipitirize panga bwino wanga. Training nanga ndimbe ku training bwino ko ndimaliza zoyipa. Anona ngati munthu oyipa atu. Makocha ananga napanga dala. Ndofa ndipitirize.
ndizo zoyankhula
coach Kima pamene tayitana pano atiuza kuti Eric akamatrainer akudziwa kuti game ndi ya Wolves amatrainer molimbikira kwambiri akuti iwe umayesesa kwambiri ukamba kuti game ndi ya Wolves tinganene choncho
no okay apo ndoti I think ndisemphana pamwe ndi coach timatrainer ngati meti matrainer chimozimo tikuma timu ina yonse mu league fa league timu yonse ndi yaikulu timu yonse ndi yaikulu ndafa trainer limodzi kutenga points 3 points tundati matrainer Wolves Brigos chimozimozi training singakwe for training kupita kubunda ndoni boss
panopa masewera magame mangapo kwasala magame ochepa right tikuganizaso za replay iweyo mmene ukuonera kutha kwa chaka chino iweyo ndi team ya Kamuzu Barracks mutakhala kuti mulipotani
ife tukwambia ligi kutenga Central Region tikutenga tapeso kuliyako tukatengaso replay kubweke B yosezo ine ndokoza anthu osakundionera enda akundimva tikutraina zosezo tufatitenge sure coach
Abwino Mr. Ndima thank you very much for your time tathokoza ndithu masewero abwino man of the match wathu zosangatsa ziko kwambiri ndithu that was Eric Mdima amene analiso modzi mwa maplayer amene anasewera bwino ndithu masewero amene ife tinaona ndithu kuti yayi amene tiyeneka kuti tingompatsa ndithu awadi imeneyo kuti yeyi ndikatswiri wa masewero amenewa netsopano tu Simba we're about to close, but now just give me a picture of the log table on the Central Region Volleyball League as we are about to close.
Now I'll need to take out my calculator.
But Wolves was on top.
Wolves was on top before we started. I am sure that if we check right now,
be dislodged.
They have been dislodged. 9 out of 10 chances. I'm not really sure about the intimate mathematics, but I'm expecting to see Kamuzu Barracks on top, followed by Wolves, then followed by Lilongwe Spikers, then in 4th place Mipuniro. And let me tell you this, my friend, this fight is for who will represent Central Region Volleyball League at the national tournament next year. Because for this year, it was already decided last year. It's going to be Wolves, Mipuniro, and Kamuzu Barracks. But next year, so it's a 4-horse race, right? And out of those 4 horses, we only need 3. So that's where the issue is now. One of the giants is going to remain behind. Will it be Wolves? Will it be Kamuzu Barracks? Will it be Mipuniro? Will it be Lilongwe Spikers? We don't know. We just have to find out. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Simba, for your time.
I hope we'll be together next week as well.
Most definitely. So ine dzinanga ndi Romeo Umali ndipo tinali pano pa bwalo la Kalamba mu mzinda wa Lilongwe area 25 kumene kunali masewero ovuta ndithu a Kamuzu Barracks komanso timu imeneyi ya Wolves ndipo zakomera timu imeneyi ya Kamuzu Barracks imene yawina 3-1 ndipo masewero amene asanayambe kunalinso masewero ena amene anali amayi ndipo zinapezeka kuti Wolves ndi imene inapambana ndi zigoli 3 kwa chilowereni kugonjetsa anzawo amenewa a Kamuzu Barracks. Kuzafikiranso nthawi ina tapitizani kuonera Kanema online.
Wedding preparations are hectic and need support. This is why Kanema Online is here to help you lessen the stress. Guess what? Let Kanema Online produce your weddings absolutely for free and enjoy the free wedding rite. We don't end there. Invite us for your engagements as well and let your memories carry weight. Terms and conditions apply. Start watching Malawian videos on Kanema Online and start supporting your industry. Together we can start streaming now and grow the industry. Are you a football club and you want to make extra money? Worry not, because Kanema Online is here to produce and live stream your matches to your fans. Are you an event organizer and you have an event and you want to make extra money? Kanema Online is here to produce and live stream your event to your fans everywhere they are.